Extraordinary people, happy Monday to you beautiful people out there. It's Zainabu coming to you with your Motivational Mondays. You are extraordinary. And today my simple message to you is to remind you not to forget to celebrate your small wins. I know last week I brought you a video on so what if your plans don't work out the way you planned. And honestly, in those moments, at times, it can be discouraging, it can be disappointing, and somewhat even daunting as well when we are putting our energy, our passion, our focus, and all of our might into something, and it seems like it's not necessarily going the way we want it to. But in those moments, you also have to realize that you will accomplish small wins that are not going to necessarily be visible to the rest of the world or those around you. So it may seem like as if though nothing is really happening because it's something so minute, but you have to realize in those instances as well, you have to be able to encourage yourself because that means you're making progress. That means you're taking the necessary steps that are needed to get you to the point where you will begin to experience those big wins, and of course, eventually, where it'll also become visible to the rest of the world. Even in my own example, as I mentioned last week, I ended up quitting my job last year. As of April of last year, I quit my job. So yes, while it was a decision that I had to make, it was a hard decision, but at the same time, it brought me to a position where because I wanted to give more time and more focus to my businesses, I am able to see small wins right now. There are things that are happening that I know previous years I haven't been able to accomplish because my focus was also somewhere else. And in that example, in one of my businesses, Legal Shield, by the way, if you do not have a Legal Shield membership identity theft protection, you need it. I'm not trying to sell it to you. You need it, especially with all this craziness that's happening in our society. Every one of you out there, every single person needs a Legal Shield and identity theft membership. But that's not really what the point I wanted to make. The point that I needed to make was in that business alone, from April of last year to current, I have been able to maintain a position in the company, a level in the company that as long as I continue to maintain that company, come April of this year, I will begin to get a residual income of $300 monthly. And of course, thereafter, after I've also maintained that position for 24 months, I will continue to see that amount increase. And this is something that I have never been able to accomplish before prior to me quitting my job. And I also, within that 9 months, was able to make more money than I've ever been able to make in previous years. So again, yes, while it may not be something big that people around me or others may really realize like, wow, she's really accomplishing something. But it's a progress. There's steps that I have been making to get me closer to that success. So likewise, whatever that is that you may be working on, maybe it's a ministry, maybe you seeing your attitude change and maybe your way of thought, maybe your health, you're making a decision maybe to eat better, to exercise. So you're seeing the change in that progressively, gradually, while others may not see it, you can feel it, you can see it in you. And in those moments, you want to be able to celebrate those times. Don't beat yourself too much. Don't beat yourself so hard when you haven't seen yet maybe those big wins that are going to be visible to the world. Be appreciative. Learn to appreciate those moments. Learn to celebrate those small wins because eventually your small wins will turn out to be even greater wins. So don't look down on yourself. Don't beat yourself up when you have not seen yet the grand of what you're working on. It's coming. Take patience, persevere, focus your energy, and put all your passion and might into it because it is on its way. So don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Even though yet it may not be visible to the world, you know you're gradually progressing towards those big wins. So it's not time to sit back and relax, but it's time to press on the pedal, the gas on that pedal, so you can keep moving and continue to grow those small wins and turn them into even bigger and greater wins. Because you quitting now, your destiny is too great to just put to the side. And most of all, you serve a big God who's so grand, who's so big, who's so wonderful, who's so amazing, and has equipped you with everything that you need to take with you on this journey, so that as you're accomplishing, as you're achieving those small wins, your bigger wins are truly around the corner. So this is Zainabu bringing you this message today. And also, one thing I didn't mention, in the process of all of that, even though while I quit my job, I was able to create a financial guide that will also now be able to help others. Maybe you might not be able to, as for some of you know, I am a financial coach. So for those people who may not be able to afford my prices to have me one-on-one, within this financial guide, you're able to follow step by step the things that I talked about in there. You know, how to budget, how to start saving, how to gradually begin to build wealth, sustainable wealth. So in the midst of all of that, while I didn't have a regular job anymore that was bringing me a certain amount of income guaranteed on a bi-weekly basis, but in that I was also able to accomplish things in the process of all of that. And so that guide that I talked about, it's a quick guide to paying off debt, saving, and building wealth. And you can get a hold of that guide at www.paypal.me/37. Again, that's www.paypal.me/37. And the 37 is just the cost of the guide, which really worth thousands of dollars of information in there. This guide has helped people to get out of debt, truly, for some, reducing their debt to up to 90% and being able to now start saving and building that gradual wealth. So it's the same thing that it can do for you. Again, www.paypal.me/smart money guide. Pay the $37, include your email, your information, and I'll be able to send that to you within within 24 hours. Again, this is Zainabu. Go out there today and create something extraordinary, because you are extraordinary.